Leonie Dawson refuses to be categorized. The podcast. So exciting. All right, loves, I wanted to share with you something a little bit different today because we just did a really fun project, and that project meant that we halved our time spent on emails. We halved it. We cut it in half. We slashed the time. So this is for you if you're feeling really overwhelmed with emails, or if you just want to save yourself a whole shit ton of time and money and frustration and insanity and just make your customer service email situation that much more streamlined and easy. So I had an idea a little wee while ago for my own business that we've started working on. It's called Project 10%. So what it means is we're going to work on different areas of the business and improve them by 10% or more. And one of the first things that we're doing is Project 10% Inbox. So we want to reduce the time spent doing customer service emails by at least 10%. And the way that we're doing that is by automating as much as we can, pre-answering questions, fixing problems before they cause confusion, and fixing annoying email issues right from the source. So I wanted to document with you as we do it to give you ideas of how to do the same. Now, I am not going to go into the tech details of exactly how to do each part because that would shit me. Also, it's only going to be helpful for some email users who use the exact same platform for me as me, which is I use the Gmail platform. And here's the thing as well, like Gmail changes where shit is constantly. So the very best way to learn how to do anything is to Google that fucker. Google that fucker. There are so many YouTube videos and laid out step-by-step screenshot tech tutorials that other people have already created. I'm not going to do that because that is not my love language. So I'll just direct you to those resources. So first and foremost, I configured the Gmail settings just to create a really streamlined and non-distracting experience. So with Gmail, what you end up along the side is it usually comes up with a whole bunch of things on the sidebar like inbox, starred, snoozed, important, sent, drafts, and then it'll come up with every single label you've created ever throughout history. And then it's got chats, scheduled, just all this shit. So we ended up cleaning it up by 1, deleting all of the old labels, 2, refining what Gmail shows in the left column. So we now only see inbox, sent, drafts, and our most important labels because that's all we need access to. And we also removed access to chat and meetings because we don't use them anyway. So if you go on to leoniedawson.com/project inbox, you'll be able to see the screenshots of what things look like before and after I do all of those things. And you'll be able to see my inbox looks so much cleaner now. Secondly, we fixed our contact form. So if you go to leoniedawson.com/contact, you can find our main contact form. It gives the email address that we use as well, but people can submit through that contact form. We had 2 issues with all the emails that came through that form. The first was that Gmail was grouping them all into one conversation, which was a complete shit to sort through and answer. And we also got so much fucking spam through it. So it took a little bit to fix this, but it was well worth it. Now, here's the thing with all of these tasks is it's going to take you a little bit of time to fix them at the source, but it means that you no longer have to fix the issue, like not fix the issue, but like deal with the issue for, the days, weeks, years to come. So that little bit of preventative time is going to save you so much time down the track. So the things that we did to fix it. We stopped using WordPress and Divi's built-in contact form because it can't be configured as much and it's got really shit spam prevention. We started using a Gravity form instead, and we configured all the settings so that all the emails come through separately. It shows up with a different it actually shows up as being from that specific person, not from a contact form. And it also shows up with a different subject message. So because subject message usually get grouped in Gmail. So that makes it so much easier to filter and respond to contact form emails. We also tried using Gravity Form's honeypot feature to reduce spam, but it didn't really make a big difference. And so we decided to add reCAPTCHA to the form as well. It was a bit unwieldy to install. I tried doing it and I was bombing out. So we ended up just outsourcing and getting a tech contractor to install it for us. It took him fuck all time, and the amount of time it took him to fix it was so much less than us having to do to have to go through and filter and delete all that spam email for the rest of eternity. Anyway, reCAPTCHA is now installed. It has made a huge difference. Usually we would get 25, 30 spam messages a day through that one form, and now we're getting nothing, maybe 1 or 2 fall through, but it's nothing compared to what it used to be. We also took the time to really make sure we were automating regular emails using filters. So we had a look at emails that came through the inbox regularly and noticed that there were a few recurring emails. For example, all our receipts get sent to that inbox where they usually sit there until they are saved into our tax receipts folder that we sit on Google Drive. So instead of incurring that recurring time cost, I like that. That recurring time cost of reviewing each receipt email and then it cluttering up the inbox, we set up an automatic filter so all receipts will now skip the inbox and get filed in our receipts to file label. And then my assistant has a recurring task once a month in her Asana, which is our project management system, to go through that folder and file them all into our tax receipts folder. So that will be, batching that. They only get looked at once, and filing it will take her maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Batching a task like that can save so much time and brain space. So if you think about all the times that you look and go, oh yeah, they've got to file that later. Oh yeah, I've got to file that later. I've got to file that later. Take that brain load off you and just automate the process instead. It takes a very short period of time to set up those filters in Google. And we also did the same with other regular emails that can be batched to once a month. In Gmail, it's really easy to set up filters. All you do is you head into settings and go to filters and blocked addresses and then click create a new filter. Number 4 is unsubscribe. There's definitely a few newsletters that I love to read, but they don't belong in my customer service inbox. So I unsubscribed our customer service email account and resubscribed using my personal inbox. And then, of course, there's some that I don't need to subscribe to at all. So they went up the way of the dodo and they got unsubscribed. And we've also added to our inbox procedures that every newsletter that comes in now is unsubscribed. And if we never signed up for marketing emails from that company, we click the report as spam button, not the delete button, to train the Gmail algorithm so they don't end up in our inbox again. We also reduced the number of emails from software that we subscribe to. So, for example, we don't want to unsubscribe from getting notifications, important notifications, but we don't need to hear about every fucking thing under the sun. So for example, we get weekly email summaries from one of our WordPress plugins. We don't need the summary, we don't read it, and we just delete it instead. So we might as well save that eternal time waste by just turning it off at the source. So I went into every single software newsletter and software notification that was coming up in our inbox and going through and only allowing for notifications that we actually really needed and that were mission critical. So they're not something that we're not unsubscribe from bulk, because there are things that we still need to hear about, important shit, but we need to modify that. It's like fucking LinkedIn even, sometimes I want to hear if I've got a private message on there, but I don't need to hear the rest of the goddamn shit from you, LinkedIn. So just going in there, making sure I logged in, unsubscribed from all the stuff I didn't need to hear, and then getting out and getting on with my life. Number 6, we set up templates for regularly responded to emails. So we used to have canned responses, which are templates for regularly responded to emails, and they were sitting in either a Google document or in drafts. To make the process even faster, we use Gmail's templates feature to make answering emails even faster. Because the reality is when people email in, it's usually the same 10 questions. They're not necessarily things that we can fix from the front end, because I'd like to do that, but they're not always things from the front end. And so we now have templates where we go to reply, we click templates, and then we choose the template of what we want to send to them. And then we can additionally, personalize as needed. Lastly, if you don't already, you need to batch that bitch. Make sure you don't spend all day with your inbox open, answering emails bit by bit, or even worse, reading it on your phone and not replying to it later. Stop double handling things. Go in once a day, read an email once and respond to it immediately. If it doesn't need responding to immediately, either archive it or mark it as an item on your to-do list and place it in a hold folder. And once everything's complete, get out and get on with your life. Do not double touch shit. Don't triple touch it. Don't quadruple touch it. Don't quintuple it. I didn't know the one for 5. Don't touch it 5 times, all right? Anyway, that's actually the most important practice if you're not doing it already. We already practice batching in our organization, but the rest of the stuff made huge results. So we are now 2 weeks into our project 10% inbox, and already the results are outstanding. So customer service of emails was taking between 4 to 8 hours a week for my staff, and we are now at only 3 hours a week, and this could become even less as we continue to follow those above principles. It is a huge cost and time saving, plus a massive sanity saver too, and way more than our original goal of reducing by 10%. It really does make a difference to take the time to streamline and automate. I highly recommend doing this project to anyone struggling with email overload. I hope this has been useful. I am sending you so much love and blessings as always. And if you haven't heard already, I am doing a live round of my program, 40 Days to Create and Sell Your E-Course. It's starting September 1. We have had thousands of people go through it already and launch their courses and start earning even more money than they've ever earned in their businesses before. It is so fucking exciting. And I am so thrilled to be working with this new bunch of amazing creatives and humans and teachers and splendid hearts who have something to share with the world. So make sure you go to leoniedawson.com/e-course to join us then. All right. Mwah, 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 mwah. Go forward, conquer, and create your own majestic world just the way you'd like to see it. Bye.